you're at the library in the elevator. I got this book. I got a book. Show them your book.
No. Okay, I'll let you see the back. You're not seeing the front. Oh, nobody's seen the front.
What does it say? What is the book?
Is that the one that we just talked about?
Wait, hey, where's Ariana? She wasn't at school today. I don't know. And I frequently don't care.
What
Everyone told me that I couldn't do it. And sure enough, I started to believe it. Once people start telling you that you can't do it, or calling you ugly, or saying that you can never be pretty, then you really start to believe it. I struggled with acne, and I was very insecure about the way that I looked when I was little, and I was little, I shouldn't be insecure about it, but I just really felt insecure. And then, when I got a little bit older, I started taking pictures of myself and making YouTube videos, and I got good compliments on some of my pictures and stuff about me being pretty, about my eyes being pretty. I mean, there were still bad comments, but I mean, the good ones made up for it. Since the age of 5, I've always said I wanted to be a singer or like a dancer or somewhere around those levels, but then it came to me that I was really interested in modeling. But here I was, being bullied, a little 6th grader, and not thinking I would be able to do it, and never thinking I would ever get anywhere, like money problems, and then just living where I am is a really small town, and you would never get noticed or whatever. Like, I would get likes and stuff, but then I would be like, oh, go to Detroit, Michigan to our offices, and I'm like, I can't go there. I don't have a ride. I don't drive myself. I remember one day I was online doing my usual searching, like modeling areas or modeling places, and just searching all the stuff with modeling, and then I found Casablancas, and it was in Toledo, Ohio, and I live in Fremont. So it was pretty convenient, pretty close, and I was like, okay. So then I took an online audition and just asked you like basic questions like, how are you with your fashion? Would your parents support you? And then it gives, like, it says put your parents' number, so then I put like my mom's number. They called. My mom never really said anything about it, and then we just kind of blew it off. And then just recently I took the online audition again, gave it my mom's number. My mom never said anything to my dad because she forgot all about it or something, and then I took it again just to put my dad's number, and then they finally called my dad after 3 days of me taking the audition. So when they called, they said I had an interview Sunday at 1. I was really excited. I wasn't nervous at all until the day of, and that morning I was getting ready for church and also for the interview at the same time, and it hit me like maybe this is where my career is going to be started. So I was at my best friend Amber Meadows' house. I stayed there the whole weekend. So it was Sunday, and we were going to church, and church started at 11. So I went to church, and we got done with like the sermon and stuff, which is where someone speaks to you, and I was just waiting for 12. So then when 12 came around, I was walking around outside like, Dad, where are you? At 12:07, he finally came. We went back to my house so I could get like pantyhose on and my high heels on, because like modeling interview, you want to look nice. So I had like a cute dress on. You'll see it in some pictures after, but I was so happy to go. And then we left, and we got there like kind of like 18 minutes late. So it was like 1 o'clock, but then we got there like 1:18. And I looked up at the big JC letters like on the building, and I like was like, okay, this is it, Haley, like this is it. So we walked in, and they started a little bit without us, but it was all fine. Like, she gave us the papers and sat us down and stuff, and during the whole like thing, it wasn't the interview yet, but it was like her just speaking about it and the costs and stuff at the very end. She kept like winking at me and like asking me questions and stuff. So I was like, okay, well, that's cool. And then she like interviewed a bunch of people. She interviewed everybody else, which wasn't that many people, just so you know, before us, and then one other girl who was an adult around 30, she sent to her office to interview her after us. So then we were just in the main auditorium where we were in the first place for her speaking and stuff, and then she was like, "You're gorgeous." And then she went up and made me sign a paper, and she was like, "Congratulations." And like at first I was like, okay, yeah. So I decided to tell the rest on camera because, you know, whatever. So anyway, so then I was like, okay, yeah, congratulations. But I thought it was just like, because I got the interview, then I realized, well, everybody gets the interview. They don't ask for pictures for you on the online edition or anything. So she had no idea what it looked like until I walked in there. So then she was like, congratulations. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I just like sat back down. I didn't realize like what was going on. And then she was like analyzing my face and writing all this stuff down, like, you have really gorgeous eyes, I like your nose. And then she's like, good nose. And then I've always been insecure about my nose. I think it's like too pointy or whatever. So when she like complimented it, I was like, whoa, hold on. And then I was like, wait a minute, like, just whoa. So she kept like complimenting me. Then like she was like crossing her fingers, hoping my dad could pay off like the first part of it. It's like long explaining. I don't want to explain it out. So she's like crossing. She was legit crossed her fingers. And my dad put 100 down, so we have 100 paid for it, and we only have 150 left to pay for. So then I was like, okay, well, my dad just paid for it. Like, what is happening? Because usually you'll have to go through 2 days of an audition, and then they call you to see if you make it. So then I was like, okay, maybe it's like an audition fee. Like, I don't know. So then we were there, and she... Okay, this is like so hard to like explain in like one whole thing. But so she was like, yeah, go give your dad a hug. So I gave my dad a hug, and by this time I'm like crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, thank you, Dad. Because I never thought he would like approve of it or he would pay for it or anything, but he was really into it, and of course my mom was. So I gave him a hug, and I sat back down, and then she was like, congratulations. And then she was like, I don't even need to ask you any more questions, you're accepted, you're gorgeous, I don't need to ask you anything. So then I was like, whoa, I don't have to go through any auditions. So guys, if you don't know what just happened, I was accepted by a New York City professional for John Casablancas. I was accepted on the spot. Like, on the spot. My orientation is this Saturday, where I have my first class, and I'll try to vlog if I can and stuff. So she knows I'm a YouTuber and stuff, and it's also like modeling and acting, so it's like both mixture. She was like, I would love to put you in both. Then she like looked at me directly in the eyes, and she was like, I want you, I want you. And she knew I was serious about it because she already asked me that. And I was just like, all the way home, I was legit crying, because I didn't realize it until I got in the car that a New York City professional just like did that to me, like me out of all people. And I know I'm like looking ratchet right now because I'm like wearing like so kiddish pajamas, but I just want to tell you guys this on camera. So thank you guys so much for always being there for me and supporting me, because this means a lot to me. I'm gonna like, I cry like every night, like thinking about it. Like, I was crying doing the voiceover. So I'm sorry that this video was long, but one of my friends wanted me to make it, and I was planning on making it anyway before she told me to. So I just really wanted to make it for you guys to just show you guys my experience, and this just now happened, so like I don't know like everything that's gonna happen. That's all I saw, and I'll just never forget this day because it's just literally like every celebrity has like one of those breakout moments, and I feel like this one was mine. So thank you guys so much. I love you guys like to infinity and beyond, and I'm never gonna like shun you guys out or whatever. Like, you're always going to be there. I'm always gonna answer you guys as much as I can. So thank you guys so much. I know I keep saying that, but I mean it truly. And also thank you guys so much for 600 subscribers, and I love you guys all so much. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe.